Hey guys, Scott here and welcome to Rogue Review. So today we're going to talk about Power Rangers. You know the Power Rangers? 90s series, very cheesy, very nostalgic to think about. Well, they're back, but they're darker and grittier and more young adult. This is Power Rangers for the Hunger Games generation. And so the Power Rangers, they are teenagers with attitudes who are recruited by this mystic being called Sordon and his partner Alpha 5, and they are given the powers of the Power Rangers and they defend Earth from evil threats trying to destroy it and muck everything up. So that is my synopsis of the Power Rangers. And so going into this film, I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. I was expecting as much as I got from Kong Skull Island the other week that I was going to get from this. I was thinking, it's going to be a laugh, it's going to be nostalgic. If they play the theme tune from the 90s while they rush into battle, I'm going to be happy. And I was majorly surprised to get more than that. Do you know what? The first 15 minutes of the film, I loved. I really loved it. I loved the characters. I loved the camera work. It was really interesting. I was really involved in this, in Jason, the Red Ranger, as a person. I loved Billy, the Blue Ranger, and it was really cool seeing them together and seeing the team come together. And the film is really sort of an origin story for these guys. It's them gaining their powers and learning how to use their powers. And they went in an interesting direction. I wasn't expecting, and that, you know, most of the second act of the film is them. They can't morph into Rangers straight away until they're sort of united in body, soul, and spirit as a group. And so they have to work at that. And thinking about it, back to it now, I think, well, actually, yeah, it was interesting, but some of the time it did drag a bit, and it just, I wanted to see him in the suit straight away, I guess. That's my impatience coming out. I just want to see him in the suits, in swords, as soon as possible, going out and doing it. But that's not what we got, so I'm just going to appreciate what we did get, which was a very character-based story. The Rangers were really good, but it was sort of almost like a weaker version of a Marvel Studios film, where, you know, you have really good central characters, but the villain is really weak. And Rita Repulsa, played by Elizabeth Banks, you know, she was hamming it up to the nth degree. And so if this was the 90s series, she'd fit right in. But here, where it's a bit more grounded and it's a bit more Hunger Games, that sort of tone, it doesn't quite work, and she stood out like a sore thumb and didn't really feel like a true opposition, a real antagonist for the character. She just felt like this crazy cartoon character running around throwing a big stick at stuff, like bringing rock monsters out of the ground. It just became really silly when she was on screen. I wish we had a version of Rita that was a bit more grounded, like the characters. The cartoony element of it really took me out, and there's problems with tone in this film. It's trying to be 90s series, then it's trying to be something else, and it reminded me a bit of Spectre. You remember Spectre, that James Bond film? No one really remembers. Yeah, that was it was trying to be an old school Bond film while trying to retain this sort of post Born Identity sort of feel. I do this a lot. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, so Power Rangers, I had a good laugh with it. They did play the theme tune while the swords were charging in a battle at the end, and I was like, I'm gonna die happy. I'm happy now. Yeah, so Power Rangers, it's a good laugh. Go see it, why not? I've been Scott, Rogue Review. Tell me what you think below. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, who's your favourite Power Rangers from the 90s? It's Tommy Oliver for me. It's got to be the Green Ranger. I just love the colour green. Just going to say that. Anyway, see you later, guys. Peace.